I'm your boy Chris Lylez, and this is PhillyStreetsTalk.com. PhillyStreetsTalk.com. Don't laugh at my hand signs either. Boy!
So, you been in Philadelphia all your life?
Yeah, I grew up in North Philly right off of Huntington Park, right off of like 5th Street. So I grew up in Philly. I live in New York now. I moved to New York about a year and a half ago. So I'm in New York.
Okay, what is it that you do?
Well, I moved to New York on a modeling contract, so during the day I'm at like photo shoots or casting calls for modeling purposes. I did some work with Adidas, I did a campaign for Converse, I did New York Fashion Week, and I did a couple designers and stuff like that too. So that's the modeling stuff, whatever. But then music is like, I never really could really like let it go. It's always a part of me. And then being from Philly, you know, we have some of the greatest, you know, musical influences with like, you know, the Philadelphia International, you know, Jill Scott, you know, Jasmine Sullivan. I mean, the list goes on and on. So I couldn't, no matter how many, you know, great achievements I made or how great the success I had with modeling or acting, I could never detour. Detour word? No, that's not a word. I could never, you know, abandon music. It's always a part of my life. Then I grew up in church. Like, there's no way, you know. And I went to one of the churches where they made you sing or they made you do anything, whether you was on a program or not. So you always had to be ready. You feel me?
So is it true to say you developed your first strong interest in music through the church choir and stuff?
I would say, well, it was through dancing actually. I started dancing first. And that was actually in church, and then I went to school and I was in the performing arts class, and that's when I developed dancing and singing.
Okay.
So you also do a little bit of acting too, I heard.
Man, listen, in this world you got to be a jack of all trades. So, you know, I act as well. I had a small role on TV show Blue Bloods. I had a small role in Step Up 3 as a dancer, and Step Up 3D. And I did a few off-Broadway shows and plays and stuff in New York, too.
Okay, what's your overall goal? What do you want to get out of all this that you're doing? You know, where do you see yourself?
I can't even give an answer to that. I've been asked that question plenty times, and it's hard for me to put a limit on it. I see myself being happy, and I see myself being very successful in the field of entertainment, but I honestly don't really know what's going to be like my end goal. I feel like it's going to be stronger either toward acting or music, but I don't know which one is going to be, you know, more prominent. So at this rate where I'm at now, like I stopped stressing over it and I just live and I just continue to just create and be the artist that I am.
Who's your top 3 most inspirational people?
Oh, of course. Jesus, Oprah, Tyler Perry, in that order. Boom.
That's good. That's good.
No, really. Jesus, Oprah, and Tyler Perry.
So is that reflected in your music?
Is there are those influences reflect? Well, Jesus is not reflected in the R&B music that I did. But, are they reflected in my music? Some of their stories are, in the sense of the struggle, and like I come from North Philadelphia. I haven't, you know, everything that I've got, I worked for. I didn't, you know, nothing was handed to me. You know, I can tell you stories of being in a house and the lights not being on, the water not being on, rats, roaches, the whole. I can tell you stories. So everything I got, I worked hard for. I've been homeless about 2 or 3 times. So if anybody knows struggle, it's me.
So how do you get from one of those people who are struggling to where you're at now? What what change of circumstances? How did you do that?
That's a really good question. I wasn't, my biggest fear was always being what people have said about me negatively. And so for people, whenever they said something against me negatively that I didn't like, whether I couldn't sing, or whether I couldn't dance, or whether they thought that I couldn't make it out of Philadelphia, that I thought, you know, I was told that I wouldn't finish high school. I mean, I stand before you now with 3 college degrees, and I'm not even 30, you know? So those things like that always kind of propel me to like, okay, you said I can't do what? Okay, watch this. You know what I mean? So the doubt and hate and all of that stuff always kind of push me.
Right.
So tell us what can we expect from you in your new upcoming project.
But all of that to the side, I got a new mixtape dropping on 420. Yes, 420. It's titled Covers and Conversations. And I will probably say this is probably my most honest piece of work. I've done mixtapes and EPs and stuff in the past, and a lot of it was like collectively working with other writers and producers. But this one was like fully my ideas, fully my control, fully, you know, things I'm speaking on. I wanted to speak on it. Things I wanted to say, I chose to say it, and I chose to say it the way I wanted to say it. So, if anything, this might be the most honest piece of work that I've done. So, Covers and Conversations. It's a mixtape. It's going to be on Dad Piff. It's going to be on my website at chrislylez.com. That's Chris, C-H-R-I-S, Lylez, Lylez.com. You can download it for free. Download it 3 times and send it to a friend. It's going to be dope. Follow me on Instagram at Chris Lylez, ChrisLylez. Facebook, Chris Lylez. Twitter, Chris Lylez. Everything is Chris Lylez. It's me. I'm Chris Lylez. So, everything is there.
So for the people who don't know who you are, you want to give them a little something?
Shit. Something that's on the mixtape. It's a track called "Fuck It," and basically, it talks about how you're in a relationship, or you can be in a situation with your job or your relationship, but it's like you fed up. You've been through this. I'm tired of going through arguments. I'm just tired of it. So it's called "Fuck It," and I give you the verse. It's no time for your bullshit. I got me an entourage. And since you on some new shit, I'll be in the parking lot. No time to argue with you about the same old thing. I'm moving on to the next one. So tell me why the fuck you rang. Boom. 420 Covers and Conversations. Go and download it. You right there. Download it. It's going to be dope. Turn it up. And it's 420, so you know, make sure the situation is the situation and turn it up. What up? It's my homeboy Reese. We in this joint turn. Say what's up. Chill. You be kicking it. You don't know nobody with this here. It's only me. 420. Download this. He on the track too. Showing. Well, not right now, but you know. Get at us.